Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad, and Queen Jolene's on the camera, and I want to wish Jolene a very, very, very happy Valentine's Day. She's my love. She's the apple of my eye. She looks after me. She keeps me on the straight and narrow. I'm very fortunate to have her, and I'm very happy to have her for my partner. For one thing for sure, I do not own her. She is her own person, that's for sure. But I love her to death, and I just want to say wish her a happy Valentine's Day. I hope that you've wished your partner a happy Valentine's Day, because it's that time of year, I guess, to send out a heart somewhere. Also, I want to send out a congratulations to Fraser Hood. I didn't know he was pregnant, but he's had a baby, and congratulations. Congratulations. I'm going to build a running board for this bad boy today. I'm going to build it right to the end. So it's going to take as long as it takes. I'm going to have to really get down and get at it to get it done. You can see that we have the brackets, or I have the brackets put on. They're not completely finished, but they're welded on the exhaust, and they're got a hole that's drilled through it and bolted to the chassis. The one in the back did not get bolted because I couldn't get the drill in there. So I'm going to have to wait to pull it all off to get it. On the front here, on the front fender, I added another tab where the metal comes together. I got it bolted down here front behind the headlight, and I added another tab there. I'm going to bolt it down there. I'm going to weld that hole shut and bolt that down there because it's on the corner of the round rod that come together on the fender. But now I want to build a running board. On the running board, I knew in the back of my head when I did it, and I should have fixed it. My running board is longer than 4 feet. I cannot roll anything for it. I cannot bend anything for it. That's a lie. I can, but it probably would not be that great because I haven't got the proper, if I was going to bend it, I'd want a longer brake. And if I was going to roll it, I'd want a longer roller. But when I did the running board, it's 2 inches, 3 inches too long for me to get anything done, so I had to come up with something. I do not want to see the chassis. Do not want to see the chassis. If you look at Model A's, Model T's, or whatever, they generally have a piece that rolls out and then comes down for the running board. So in my brain, I want to hide that chassis, and I want to do something like they might have done back in the day, but I'm going to take from them. I can only do with what I have, and that's what I'm going to do. I was thinking about running a piece of angle iron from here all the way down to there, and then when I lay my metal in there and bring it in there and put a bend up on it so it looks something like original. I'm not going to get that bend, obviously. So what I've come up with, I've got some 1/8. I'm going to make a piece of 1/8 go underneath the truck like this, and then straight down and an angle out, and then lay my running board on top of that. I'm feeling like if I get it the squares or the angle iron out far enough with 1 inch here, if I laid my metal on that, it would only be a short little distance on top here and a short little distance there. I probably wouldn't need the braces, and basically all I'm thinking about is the weight. This truck would not weigh nowhere near what a full-size F100 with a flathead engine in. I don't think it would weigh that much, just because of the simple fact of all the doors and the glass and whatever. I just feel like it's a lot less weight. But as I'm adding to this, I'm adding a lot more weight. I am. Every time I put something on, I'm adding to it. I took some square stock and nailed it on behind this piece, the exhaust, and nailed it on there, just tacked it on there. I'm going to weld it on the chassis when this all comes off. I'm going to weld that on there so that can't kick down. I know we're connected here with the gusset, but I don't want that to kick down. All this stuff in here, I'll end up trimming it off and making it look tight and right. I'll finish welding all the exhaust. Once it comes off, then I can get at it real good. But until then, I'm just fabricating until I can pull it off and do a real good job. Let's do it. I got a measurement here I got to get. So however long it takes, I'm going to go until I get the running board looking like I wanted to get it to look. It might not be finished, but I'm going to get it to look where I want it to look with a running board. I have inside 53 1/8. 53 1/8. So 53 1/8. We're going to cut 2 of them. Got my marker already. Thanks for coming back, everybody. We appreciate it. Did we find out if the haters had day jobs? 53 and 8th, I say, sweetheart? All right. Get my square. Get my triangle, I mean. Trying to cut this off here. So what I'm wanting is a piece to go underneath, like this, underneath like that, and then I'm wanting a piece to come down like this, and then a piece to kick out like this, and then a piece I can lay my running board on. Let's grind that off so I don't get hurt. So I need 2 pieces of this. Prices of everything are going up and up and up and up all the time. Talking to Jolene down the house, you can see the price I paid for that piece of metal. Prices are going up full time. It really is a sport where you really, you know, if you're going to build a car, you want to have a good job, or you want. I'll put it to you this way: working at a local plant, or whatever you want to call it, a plant or a production line or something like that, to pay your bills and play with cars, you're going to have to learn how to build cars like I do, because price is going up. It's really quite something, you know, to actually entertain yourself and to buy metal and to play on cars like this. It takes quite a bit. Why I try to keep the price down on everything. If I can reuse something or build something out of nothing, if I can build a car with 3 grinders and a hammer, that's what I'm going to do. Keeping the price down keeps it, what can I say? Keeps me be able to do it. I'm going to nail these together. I want a 45 on these. Not a 45, I want a 90. Excuse me. If I get something wrong and I say something wrong, you can figure it out as I go. He didn't mean that. Jolene does. Don't you, baby? Huh? Jolene does. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do, I got a piece of angle iron here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply it to this piece of metal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that to get my 90, and I'm going to apply it with a little bit of metal showing. And what I mean by a little bit of metal showing is because I want, you can see I got a little bit showing there. I want to, remember, weld that together so it looks right. And what I mean by look right is that I'm putting the weld, I'll show you here in a second. So when I put this on here, I'm going to have to go all the way down. What I'm looking for is a 90. When I put this on here, see where my weld's going to go? I have to have enough metal to put, or enough going on. I got a place to put my weld. Looks good. I'm going to bring it up just a little bit further, down just a little bit. Just keep that in mind when you're welding something together. If you're going to grind it off and try to make it look the best it can, you really want to have a place for the weld to set so you can grind it off and make it look nice. Just do this, turn this on. So I'm making a 90, and I want it to turn out right. So what I'm going to do is, so one piece is going underneath the truck. Stick my tongue out. Oh, yeah. Hold all this stuff is kind of a, oh, I got it, sweetheart. Don't hurt yourself, Valentine Day girl. I'm going to tack it together. I got that on there, and I've got it looking good because I've got that angle iron in there. And not going to weld it up solid. Don't want to get it distorted already. I just want to get it welded up. Solo stick. I'm saying that we got a pretty good start to a 90. And the reason being is because of the angle iron. So we're going to kick the angle iron off, and we'll go to the other end. Didn't have anything to bend the sheet metal that far, so I used my brain and did this, or I'm doing this. Just leaving it like that so you can get the weld in there. So when I grind that off, I'm going to have a nice place of where the weld can sit. And that's the reason I'm doing that. Nope, don't want to do that. Just want to bring it down just a bit. Got a little bit to do. Gonna have to do it as quick as possible. Now, just looking and seeing. Gorgeous. You are, Jolene, gorgeous, my Valentine Day girl. I think me and Jolene will go out tonight. Have a little Valentine supper. Come down here and make sure it's kind of holding it tight at the same time, making sure it's down on my angle iron and in the right place. Alrighty, I'm saying or thinking that I have a good 90. And the reason being it's on this, on here and on there. I put it all the way down. I've got a nice gap or nice place for the weld on the top. I think everything's going fantastic right at the present second. And it can go sideways at any point in time. We try not to let let it go sideways, but it can. Now, as I'm doing this, I did look on Model A's and Model T's. That's sort of, if you look on the internet at all, the internet's a wide open place for everybody. You can see Model T fenders that are made like this, like with this shape, with the length on it, with the flat on the top. They're a little bit older. Some of them have the round fenders, whatever. Where it's the C cab, I'm thinking that we're really in the teens. So that fender to me was the one that fits. The only difference between this truck and the other ones is this one has a V8, and you can tell by the pipes coming to the side. So what I'm wanting is this to come underneath the truck. That's not going to go underneath the truck just like that, because this is 4 inches wide. We're not going to get that, so we're going to have to take some out of it and go from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some out of here, and get it in there and see what it can look like. Let's do that. I'm just going to draw this right quickly so I can see where my pieces are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to call this the front, obviously. I'm just going to go like that because I can see that. So if I get any gap, you know how I'm going to fill it. Cut that off just to see if I can get it in there. Still not there. Didn't want to scratch that, but I did. Let's try this one. Nope. It is not even close. Didn't want to scratch it, but let's try this in first. There we go. Gotta try to get that up in there somehow. Let's try this in. Take it a little bit more. This one. Nope. No way, Jose. Now, I'm going to take a little measurement. Three inches at max. Can't remember, we hit 3.5, 3.25 on this one. So if I take and measure that down. Gonna go way up there. 3 is max. Let's try that guy. I know what I mean. I'm going to try that, and if I can't get it in, then I'm going to snip the whole bottom of it off. Oh, I need more off it. All right, I'm going to get crazy with this piece here in a second. I'm going to chew the whole bottom of it off. It's not straight, I know, but I'm not worried about that at the present second. As you can see, I don't even have a ruler that long. Now, we had a little different measurement on one end than the other, and that's fine. As long as we get it to fit. Stop it. Got a plasma cutter going. See if I can't plasma cut that off. And hold it at the same time. That's going to be an ordeal. Come here. Be nice to hold that up. Nope. Not gonna worry about it. Not gonna worry about it. Probably should clamp that on there. Set of clamps would probably be best. Don't get so fast. Just hold my tongue right. know it was hot. Should have known it was hot, shouldn't I? It's all hot. How's that? But there's quite a bit to do in a short amount of time. And I'm going to try to get it done. For me and you. Put my boot underneath here. Ah! Come down here some more. Hot. It's hot. Ouch. I know. Balancing check going on. That off. Hammer must be. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get it, the long piece is going underneath, the shorter piece is going to lay on top of here, then we're going to bring a 90 out this way. I just wanted to try to get it in there before. I know measuring, I could have measured it probably like I did the first time and then done it that way, but sometimes I'd rather stick it in the hole and make sure it does fit. Look what the heat done to that. See how crooked that is? Watch this. Straighten that right out. Just like that. Not that that matters. Alrighty, let's try to get that bad boy in there. Bad boy, what you gonna do? There, we're getting closer now. We're getting closer. Alrighty. Now, that's how right there. That can come down some on this end. And I've got the box stake pocket down here a little bit, and it's hitting on it. I don't mind that because it's gonna have to come down a little bit anyways. And the reason being is I don't want this hard up against that. You wouldn't want anything touching. Like this is separate from the body, it's separate from that. So we do want a gap between this and that. We do. I'm going to knock a little bit off this on this corner and pull it back and then see what we have. We're hitting right here. We're hitting right there. So if I knock some off, let this down a little bit, we might be able to get it. We will get it, that's for sure. We can do this. Got it. we're up against that. That can be ground off a little bit because we're a little bit long on that. That's fine. I don't mind that part. Actually, I like it where I like that gap there. I like this gap there. That will have to be shaved down some. This bracket here will be shaved down some, but I like that gap there. What I'm going to do is this is a little bit long, so I'll just knock that off a little bit. Let's do this one. That one goes in there. And I like that gap there. That gap on this end is absolutely right on the money. Take it up just a little bit, I could. Take it up a little bit. I don't mind that gap. I like that gap. I like that gap. I don't mind this gap along here, it's fine. Now, I'm just going to knock this down a little bit. And it will not hit. We'll be fine there. I can knock that down a little bit. This nice gap. Nice gap. Cool. I'm going to knock this down. Knock that down a little bit. Just going to take a zip cut and cut it. We're down there a little bit anyways. I'm going to take and mark it first. And the reason being is, probably crazy not to. I'm not say crazy, but alrighty. Let's do it. Also, when I put this on, I was wondering about when I put the running board on, this bolt here was going to have to go, that bolt there was going to have to go. And to be honest with you, this running board and all this fender situation need as many bolts as they can to hold on. I'm going to be able to keep that because this is going to be come out and over. I'll still be able to get at that. The one down below here, I don't care. Cross your fingers and there we go. Now we're talking. Cooking with gas. Now we're cooking with gas. Put this one in here. That one's nice. A nice gap there. I can pull that up there like that. I can pull this out a little bit because I want as much out as I can to. Actually, how far can I come up? I can go at least that far. Good. Pull this one out. Just pulled it till I see it. Go to about here. I'm going to knock it on one end and then knock it up. Nope, not going to do that at all. Not going to do that at all. Let's do this. Set that up in there. Try to get it there as flat as possible. Now, what I need to know is I need another bend on that. I've got this part going. It's not in place where it needs to be, but I want another little bend on that. I'm going to put a 1-inch flange on that so I can set my running board or my flat running board. It comes around. I'm not going to weld it to it. I'm going to set it down on top of the flange. So I'm going to end up doing that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take a piece of metal. I had a piece here somewhere. And where's that? So back to the truck. Now, this is the piece of metal I'm going to add to that to set the running board on. So now what I'm going to do is set that on there like that. What I want to do is I want to mark that to know when my metal comes across the top of the exhaust pipe. I want it to set flat on the 90 that I'm going to weld to this. So if it sets on the top of the angle of the exhaust pipe, so where I mark this along the bottom of this is where I'm going to cut this piece off. Because I'm hoping that's straight, if that makes sense. So if I take this piece, and I want to add this piece to that, so I'm going to take and cut that off all the way along there, and then I'm going to apply this a 90 on that. We'll just do it. Let's do it. So, alrighty. I'm going to make some noise. You're going to have to maybe turn down your TV or do whatever you got to do, but I'm going to cut that with a zip cutter. I haven't got enough room there to cut it with a plasma cutter and a ruler. Too much work before. I'm going to do it this way. So, let's cut this. Turn down your TV, folks. Alrighty. Let's put that back on. Alrighty. Put that back on. Yep. And then I am going to mark it. Mark it right there. I'm going to mark it right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the flat bar to that point because it don't need to go up on top of that. If it go up top of that, then it's not going to sit down flush. So I'm going to run the flat bar underneath this all the way along so the metal comes around, then it can set on top of this. But I only want to run the flat bar to there. I only want to run to there because if I run it too far, then it's not going to sit down right. Yeah. If we're going to make that sit right, let's do this again. Let's take it right to the point. Want to go down a little bit? Nope, I want to come up a little bit. Nope, I want to come down a little bit. Trying to figure it out as I go. I'm not going to be able to clamp this one. The reason being is that I can't get the clamp on it and lay it on. I'm laying the flat bar on this side. That's going on. This is going underneath the truck. This is okay. Just trying to talk to myself, trying to figure it out as I go. Got quite a bit to do. And match that up. Cut it off to length. Seems to be all right. I'm going to go this way with it. I'm going to start there. And I'm going to pull this up. Yeah, I can get that on there. Don't know why I didn't think I could get that on there, but I can get that on there. Trying to get my metal set right, that's all. Stop screaming. I'm gonna go there. One up higher. There we go. Giving her. Trying to get her done. Just giving her. Looks good. Stop it. There's a piece of metal in there. Don't let me get where I want to go. That's not making me very happy right there. I need to get that piece over and down. Stop it. Hit with a hammer. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. See that fall down? I'm gonna get it a little bit wrong right here. Let's snip that off. These two gotta come off. There we go. Now we're talking. Alrighty, now I'm going to plunk that on there for good. Just going to tack it every inch for now. Don't really want to put no real heat on the situation of this thing here going together. I'll do every inch now, but if I try to weld that all up and grind it before I put it on there, it'll probably be crookeder than the ram's horn, so I'd like to get it all set in place, everything set in place, and then weld it. But to hammer down every spot welded every inch, I don't think it's going to bother it. But like I said, if I tried to weld it all up, grind it, and then put it on, probably wouldn't be a great idea. Reason being is because it'd be twisted. Alrighty, I'm hoping that that fits right on, and then we'll nail it onto the brackets that we have. We have two 45s coming down. If I would have known what I was doing, I would have put two square boxes on instead of 45ing it down. I would have put two square boxes on. Then I could have fit this right to it and covered the square box and went all the way around. But now what's going to happen is I'm going to have to, when I apply this, there's going to be a 45 missing on each corner. I'm going to have to repair that or put a piece in after I'm done. So like this piece here is what I'm talking about. If I would have made a square, then I could have plunked that right over top of it and welded all the way around the edge here and all the way down this edge. Exact same thing down there. Where I did not, now that I go in here, I'm going to tack it at the top and tack it on the top over here and tack it down the bottom here. Then I'm going to have to make a little triangle to fit in that square box to close it off. And it's going to be nice because it's going to close off this bolt. You're not going to see it. You're not going to see any of this. You're just going to see two bolts going through here. And it should look nice and neat and tidy. Let's see if this bad boy fits. I got it the right way. I was questioning myself there for a second. Alrighty. Now, I got it exactly where I want it. All right, good. Good. So, like I said, if I had a square box down there, I didn't know I was doing this, I could have squared it off and put a box in there. But now where it's like this, I'll have to cut that and put a piece in there and butt weld it in there and clean it all off. But that can happen when I pull it off. Let's get the welder going. So where I'm putting all this metal in here now, I'm not going to, this is what I'm going to do, I'm not going to apply the angle iron down through the middle. I'm not going to do that. I'm hoping that I'm just going to pull this out a little bit further. I'm hoping that this piece here and this piece here will be enough for the 18 gauge sheet metal. I'm hoping. So I'm going to pull it out a little bit, get it in place where I want to get it in place. What I'm thinking is I'll just bring it to the edge of that and then we'll be done. I won't be able to get that because we're not wide enough. But I can go right there. And I'm going to do it just like so. I'm going to leave myself a little gap. Turn like that. Got to get it up a little bit so it looks square. Got a nice little gap going along there. Got it out to the edge of that bad boy. I'm going to bring it out as far as I can. And I'm going to nail that sucker there. Got a little gap going on, but you know what? I can handle it. Let's do this. And tack it on front here. Put it in a little bit. I'm going to have to add a piece there now. I'm going to grab myself a coat hanger. Get a tack on that. I just want to look back and see if I got a good enough gap. Nothing's scraping, nothing's hitting. Probably could come down a little bit. Knock this off, I'm going to come down just a little bit. If I can get in there. Just want to knock it down just a little bit more. Tacked at the front so we know where we're at. But, just want to make the gap a little bit tiny bigger. Just going to lean it back a little bit. Happy with that. Shave the top of that off, that bracket. Just apply that one down. Happier? I'm happier. Good. Alrighty. Just gonna leave that for now. When all this comes off, then I will put this piece on here, and I will put that piece on there. Once we apply it, take it all off. Also, when it comes off, this exhaust pipe was not connected to that exhaust pipe. It is outside here, but where it's bolted on, when you take it off, it could take off on you. Where I have this piece in here now, I've got it welded to that bracket, got it tacked to that bracket, that can't go like this now. So now when I go to put it back on, it's going to fit. That makes sense. It should. If it doesn't, doesn't matter. Let's get our running board going on. So everything that you see, like this stuff, is when it comes off. And then you can really, I can do it on there too, probably. I can tack a piece on there. But you must admit, taking it off and getting to look at it, putting it on a bench, and then really doing a nice job on it, I'll close it all off and grind it up really nice so you can't tell it's been fixed. And I'll do the exact same thing to that end. Where we put this on, we should have, we're a little low there. Probably turn it up a little bit more. It's not bad. Let's hit it with a hammer for a second and see what happens. Gorgeous. You are, Jolene. Gorgeous. Now, let's make a running board for it. Let's cut that in half. Tape measure. Ruler. I'm saying half will do it. I'm hoping half will do it. 22, 11. 11's our answer. Hello, Vina. Let's cut that in half. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it works. Looks like it will. You're going to be close. Now I could have bent that piece out of 18 if I had the brake big enough, but where it's not big enough, I'm not really disappointed too much because of the strength that I'm going to have. You know, it does not bother me a whole lot because of the strength I'm going to have. Whoop whoop! It works. Let's take this off for a second. Let's go down this end first, make the hard end first. Gonna need my scissors. Need that. Just need my scissors. Cut that off first. See how close we get? A little bit closer. Not a bad cut, Hiltzy. Not bad, just a little bit further. Trying to keep on the high side, trying to keep it on the point, the highest point on the exhaust. That's what I'm trying to do. Highest point, good and straight. Got the center of that. I'm going to guess. Like I always do, I can feel it, I guess. I draw a line there. We'll take our magic ruler that makes straight lines. Back to a pair of scissors. Beautiful you are, Jolene. Jolene. We're in the middle pretty well. Excuse me. That was a little baby burp, that was. Little baby burp. Let's grab this piece. Time waster. I'm going to use a straight edge on this side because that's a straight edge there, I'm hoping. Well, I'm not hoping, I know it is. We're going to tape that together. No, we're not going to tape it together yet. We're going to get this figured out. Let's do a little bit of our finger magic. We'll do that first. Like this right here. Don't like that. Got a little bit more off right to there. I like it. Let's mark it there. Mark it in the center here somewhere. Get our ruler. Where's our mark at now? Everything's just tack, so anything can be moved at any point in time. That's basically the name of the game. Tack it until you're ready. Now we're up there good. We can grind it off nice, I feel. I feel like we can grind that off nice. We're right about the center of the exhaust. Let's glue it together. Try not to press it through. Transfer this to a piece of, let's put a piece of tape across there just to make sure it sticks. I've never seen a Bristol board with one color on one side and another color on the other. You? Never seen it. All right, got a piece of metal over there. Straight edges on that side. Let's just pull the gloves on so we don't get cut. Try not to cut that white wall, but you think that would slide across there for me? No. Let's do this. We'll use this part because I've got a straight edge. Happy Valentine's Day, Jolene. Oh, Jolene's going to grab me the pattern. The beautiful lady she is. Beautiful lady she is. That's how you get metal in you. I'm always digging metal out of me. And the reason being is I'm always in it. Just full time. Full time. But that's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. Trying to get this pattern laid as flat and nice as possible. My marker, I got one on this side. Oh, jumpins. For all the wives that are out there that their husbands are watching, I apologize about the grinder, but I must use it. I gotta use it. Get it. Now, there it be in all its glory. Let's cut it and put it on. I'm gonna cut it with a zip cut. Hate to say it, but I'm going to. And the reason being is I'll probably do a better job than with the plasma cutter. That mess, would you? The only thing with these cords, if you're using one, you got to bring them all. And I'll probably use them all one time I'm done. Alrighty, let's cut this bad boy. Put my earmuffs on. Turn your TV down, folks. Turn your TV down. Oh, that's aggravating. Ha-ha! See that? Woo! Just learned something. Cross your fingers. Now, that's the running board for the truck. I'm basically not done, not even close. I just kind of got it setting there, but you can see how generally you'll look at the Model A's. They got that splash pan, they call it. They got a curl down there and then rolls out. Didn't have the roller to do that. Could have if I had a roller or a couple big things. I could have went outside, maybe a couple tanks or a couple something. I could have rolled the metal. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix the ends here. I'm going to drill holes in this piece here and spot it down to that 1/8 piece of metal that we got there. And we'll weld it all the way along the outside edge. We'll grind it off nice here. And then tomorrow, if you come back, you're going to have to wait to see what happens, but I'm thinking that you're going to guess what's going to happen is we'll end up going for a back fender. The ends of the square piece coming out, nothing's going to happen there. I'm hoping that I got quite a bit of weight just in that piece there, putting that there. In my opinion, there's quite a bit of weight just in that. It's not a whole bunch, but it's a little. I'm hoping that that's wide enough where we get an inch there, and it's all the way over here. I'm not thinking that you're going to go through that. I could run a couple straps underneath here, a couple small ones where you probably are going to step, maybe around here somewhere, or back there. I did not know or was not sure if I wanted to put a tire up in there. Some of the old trucks do. Have a tire up in there. Not sure yet. Oops, sorry, sweetheart. Just hauled the microphone out of her ear. Sorry, Valentine's Day, sorry. But we'll see what happens. And that would be an aftermath of doing that, of putting that on there. We'd end up making the fender and making the running board, and then we would cut and make fit and apply. Or we might not have to cut and fit. We might just be able to apply it. But I want to thank everybody for coming back. I appreciate it. If you like it, give it a like. If you share, that'd be fantastic. If you get someone to subscribe, that'd be awesome. And thanks for coming back. You come back tomorrow and we'll be hard at her again. See you tomorrow, everybody.